Hey, my name is Erica Gray, and I'm the creator of the TP Creative Challenge, where I'm trying to make $1 million in 1 year using affiliate links of toilet paper. At the end of this journey, I'll be donating all the profits of that $1 million to 10 different charities of your guys' choice. Today is day 114, and it is April 24th, 2025. So, the good news, I did go to the gym yesterday. The drive there was like I suspected. It was a little stiff. It felt like heavy on my hips, really like tense. And it was really good that I did go to the sauna first because that did immediately loosen up. So I actually was able to do stuff. But I also learned do not overexert yourself before your body is ready. So I did no weights. And I went to it's like a big giant dance room where it has like the mirrors on the wall and the bar. And they actually have some like hand weights and like very low impact type workout equipment. And I'd never been in there yet. So I did that for the first time. And it was funny because even though it was very low impact, like I had such like a burn. Like I was sweating so much than I do on like the actual like heavyweight stuff. I think it's also because when the heavyweight stuff, you see that number and you're like, oh, I'm gonna shoot for that bigger number. I'm gonna feel so awesome. But you're not doing it like consistently, like impactful that way. And I think the repetition was actually just really like for me better because it was kind of like a cardio workout, even though I can't really do too many cardio options because my back and like the alignment of my hips doesn't let me kind of use that momentum. But using like these, like, it's like almost kind of like a rowing machine, but standing up and you just like pull it down. And that thing, I was feeling the burn like crazy, but I didn't have to move my hips, move like my feet at all. And I was like, I need to do this more often. So, note to self. I also did these really deep squats using like the dancer bar. And I loved it in the moment, but oh my gosh, I am feeling it today. Like I can barely walk today. I can barely sit. But the funny thing is, it's not sitting because of my back, it's sitting because of my quads, because they're just so tense to even like move and bend them and re elongate them. It's just like, but we're going back to the gym tomorrow. So hopefully they feel a little bit better. Otherwise, maybe I'll just be sitting in the sauna the whole time trying to loosen it up and sweat that way. But either way, we are slowly getting back to our good health, moving forward, progressing 1% each and every day. So, on the business front, I did hit all the basics today. I have now reached the end of my batch content, so I have to do it in the moment thing again tomorrow. But I am batching on Saturday when my husband's here before he lives on his week trip, and I need to batch like no matter what I feel because it's going to be hectic when he is gone. Um, the other thing too that I've been constantly like battling with of like, okay, how can I pivot again? Is well, yes, we're still doing this contest for the 20K. For the actual like social media part of it, I was thinking I'll still do like this creative day to day thing as like the marketing towards it. But I'm thinking of like how right now, like the former ALS bucket challenge is now like the USC Speak Your Mind challenge. Like it's still the ice bucket challenge though. And that's just like a one thing over and over and over. And so I was trying to think like, okay, how can I do or which idea I could use that like just makes it like super simple for anyone to join. Like a one idea, do it that's for sure fun, simple to do, and maybe you can do with other people too at the same time. So there's that idea. And then I had the other idea of like, okay, if people for the ice bucket as the example again is they get dumped on and then they say like, oh, I nominate such and such these three people. Like part of me was like, okay, well, what happens if maybe it's not as like cool? Again, to come up with the idea itself better is like imagine like taping toilet paper over your mouth, but then you undo it and then you say like three charities that you support. I don't know, something as simple as that. But it's not like exciting, but or maybe that could be like one level. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm gonna have to definitely trial and error. I think the social media aspect here in a little bit is gonna get a little wild because, like I said, time is going by, but I don't want to waste a single day, and it's definitely got to be a lot more innovative, creative ideas. I've been looking up content creators, influencers on YouTube that kind of teach more stuff, see if like there's anything that either I'm forgetting or I'm missing. I do know a lot of stuff about social media marketing, digital marketing. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes it's like you just need to hear it worded differently from someone else. And then you're like, aha. Versus like someone could be saying the same thing over and over and over, and it's not coming through until that one person like says it just right. So I'm like, maybe there's something that I know, but like I'm just forgetting, but then someone's gonna say it and trigger it, and then it's like, that's what I should be doing. So looking at YouTube videos of like, yeah, more education stuff, because you never know. And again, I'm making now the list for May to make sure that we are again ahead of the curve, get all that stuff planning, because May, I can't believe it's already next week, the end of May, of the week. And still emailing, still DMing. I think part of it too, again with this contest giving perspective, is the contest I've been DMing a lot of family friends like directly and having them share stuff on their feed. So I don't know if maybe I just need to stop reaching out to these big influencers and big like celebrities and sports people and just like start super 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 small, and hopefully that will domino effect. Like, okay, so my Instagram, for example, because Instagram is way harder to grow than TikTok, I only have 100 followers. Okay, so find someone else with 100 followers and then somehow collaborate or have them use the hashtag. Hopefully I get some followers from that. Okay, and then match that again and again and again. Hopefully it domino effects maybe to getting more people involved. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I have all these ideas, and I've learned this through business stuff in general too. Is like you can have all these ideas, but you're not going to get a real answer. The only real answer that's going to come to you is based off of the experience and trial and error. So I think that's the point that we're at again, is I'm going to have to do a lot of trial and error, some crazy wild stuff. So those who already have been following me and actually intentionally watch my social media page, it might look a little crazy. Like, what is she doing? I was even thought about like, okay, what if we're doing like, so there's like times where it's like, okay, create suspension, or yeah, suspension, no, tension, some type of, I can't think of it right now. It's already like 10 o'clock at night and the kids have been driving me wild today. But anyway, like friction of some sort. There's creating like a really captivating hook. There's catching someone's emotions. So like me, if I even do like the woe is me, like me, here's me sitting waiting for you to join the TP Creative Challenge. It's like some sad music or and you feel guilty for me. I don't know. Something like playing off the feels, or like something joy. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I have all these ideas, but obviously I can't really know for sure until I try. And even then, it's not gonna be like, okay, one and done. Like, okay, I posted one, it was a flop, must be a dead end. Go to the next thing. Like, I'm still gonna try it like 5 or 10 times on one type of style before I have to go to the next one and see if that style works. So yeah, I'm definitely reflecting a lot again right now on the contest front. Doing great. I had a little bit of scare because we did get bumped to second, but I once again immediately DM'd everyone I know and even flat out asked, like, hey, if you could pay for votes, if you could share it to your feed. So there's some friends who did not share it before who are doing it now. So I think that was a big help because now we're back to number one. So hopefully we stay there because, again, 20K for a charity, so we'll go towards this challenge. But yeah, it really sucks that my quads are just so intense. I mean, like, it sucks right now because in the moment I was like, dang, girl, you're doing it. Like, you are coming back. And like, I like how like the dance room also has like the mirrors. So you can like see, like, oh yeah, full 90-degree squat. Like, yeah, we're getting there. Like, work it out. Like, sometimes it just feels good to look in a mirror and you're like working out and like hyping yourself up at the same time. It's just a good energy. But anyway, so also right after I worked out yesterday for the first time, I was just like, I want to get healthier, and also like I can't rely on anyone in this like house, this property, because everyone works. So really, it's all on me. So I started weeding yesterday our garden, and it has about like 5 rows. And so I was in the process of like weeding out the first row. The asparagus is already grown, the onions are already grown. There's like weeds in between. And I told my husband, I was like, I really want to plant some tomatoes and strawberries. I know nothing about either of them, but I will learn. I feel like tomatoes are good with everything, strawberries are good with everything. So, but in order to get that planted, I have to weed out everything. And so I think that workout, super deep squats, plus being on my knees the whole entire time too, it was just a lot. So I wasn't able to garden today a little bit. So hopefully, well, that's the hard part too, is like I feel like I would also extra push myself through this stuff, but knowing that my husband's gonna be gone for a whole week next week and like all the kid stuff is all on me, that means I have to be like the best version I can be in my current state. So I can't really overly push right now until he gets back. So But I also, again, not a gardener, so I have no idea if like, okay, like the more time goes by, I'm not gonna be able to plant anything. So I know like everyone plants in the spring. So but I also know like blackberries, all the berry stuff and grapes like don't here anyway, like don't aren't like fully delicious until like July or August. So we have a couple months for that. So but yeah, like vegetables right now are blooming like full bloom. So I'm like, I don't know. I gotta learn garden stuff, but I want to get better at, yeah, being healthy and knowing where my food comes from. And I think my body overall, with it being sore and just like, again, not the ideal weight I want to be, I feel like it's not necessarily like super fat. I feel like it's more like I'm just super inflamed. I think I'm eating the wrong stuff. And that's why I want to get to know my body more. So less processed junk and less sugar, less sodium, and just more natural goodness. Tomorrow will be a wild day for our family. We have obviously both my two oldest with school. Then I will go to the gym, pick up my second oldest, then take my oldest to piano lessons, and then she'll go to a birthday party. I think there's something after the birthday party too with my husband, but I can't remember. I have to look up, and we have to always make sure our schedules are in sync and that we're not missing a beat. And luckily, we were able to play outside today. We were running around. We had the dog out. The dog did try to leave again, which pissed me off. I was driving the golf cart around because the kids love to chase it, and which is good because I like to run, be healthy, so I like to encourage that. But when I was playing with them chasing the golf cart, all of a sudden our dog Cindy was just like off somewhere, and so I was like looked up and I saw her like right heading to my neighbor's yard through the gate. And I'm like, get back here! And she's a little sassy butthead that doesn't listen. So I had to like bring the golf cart all the way to the gate because I know she likes to chase it, and then start rewinding it backwards as she sees me. And then she eventually's like, okay, I guess I'll come. But like walking like a little butthead, she ain't running. So I'm like, oh, I have to always watch her like a hawk. I can't just like enjoy myself fully. I have to always be alert. And as a mom, I always say 5 steps ahead, prepare for everything to happen, then let go, let God. Another thing on my list of to dos that I wanted to do today, which I did a little bit, I think I did 2 loads, was the laundry, but I still have so much to do. But my goal, I think it'll be easier when my husband is gone because most of the clothes is usually him because he usually wears his work clothes and then like he wears his like comfy clothes when he comes home. And he usually goes hot tubbing like almost every other night. So then he has like his swim trunks. So our kids don't wear nearly as much clothes as he does. But and plus, yeah, it's just so he's an adult man, so it's like his clothes are so long, so it takes up more space. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get it done. I feel like Saturday is just gonna be the day to just like go hard. Like again, I'm gonna be batching all my content, making sure that's done, make sure I have all the grocery stuff like set to go for the week. Talk with my mother-in-law about hopefully helping take my second oldest to preschool, and then having my husband like help with like all trash, all dishes, all laundry, just get everything reset so that way when it's all on me, like good to go. Everything's fresh start, everything's where it's supposed to be. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a crazy hard week. Again, not knowing how it's going to be with my quads and working out and trying to balance that. But again, juggling life, we are going to make it happen. We're going to progress forward. Nothing worth having comes easy. So there you go. That's a great quote for today. Nothing worth having comes easy. And oh, what's the I think in social media they always call it like a get rich quick scheme type thing. Not a scam, but like a scheme where it's like they always try to cut corners. And I feel like if you truly want to have a good foundation and a strong business and a good brand, you have to do the work. You have to lay that foundation brick by brick, know the proper skills, the evergreen skills that aren't going to go out of style or whatever. But at the same time, too, knowing trends and knowing what's important to focus on, what's not. But that all comes from like the proper knowledge and skills and education and a lot of trial and error. And yeah, I think that's another cool thing about this challenge. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of pushing me. It's a lot of putting me on a pressure plate type timeline because I'm trying to go for 1 year. So it's definitely like rapid fire, but again, pressure makes diamonds. Oh my gosh, there you go. Another one. So I'm trying to make this challenge a diamond. I'm trying to make this business a diamond. I'm putting on the pressure, making it strong, having that foundation, having that good energy, that honesty, that trust. and good fun. Like, again, I feel like business shouldn't just be so like serious. I feel like it should be fun. It should be laid back. It should be approachable. I feel like if we make business in today's world like approachable, like where people are just willing to talk, like it's not like if I share my secrets, I'm going to lose stuff. Like that's a like closed off scarcity mindset. I feel like there's everyone should have an abundant mindset because money is always circulating. If I'm spending money towards something I enjoy, that person's making money off of me. And then they spend money on what they enjoy, and someone's making money off of them. And it just goes around and around and around. We're all intertwined. So to have that belief, it's like the same thing with knowledge. It's like if I share my knowledge and then they get good vibes or whatever. I'm trying to think of the word too. I just heard it on the TV show yesterday, Amazing Race. I'll think of it later. But anyway, they share the knowledge, then that person will share the knowledge, and vice versa. And just everyone can rise together and we all push each other to be our best selves. Then again, this world would just be really, really great. So, yeah, pressure makes diamonds. And whatever the other quote I already forgot. Because, yeah, my mind is just very scattered right now. Again, dealing with the pain of working out, even though it was very satisfying. And I'm excited to keep pushing myself in that aspect. Again, with the kids being wild, the dog running away, laundry, dishes again already filling up because my husband did like the smoker yesterday, so a lot of barbecue stuff is in the sink still. Dishwasher needs to be clean. I need a shower. I feel like there's other things I'm already forgetting. I still need to like renew my passport. It's going to be expired in October, and I keep meaning to do that. Still need to look up the physical therapist that I want to choose because I have a few options based off like my mom's recommendation, my doctor's recommendation, church member's recommendation, who actually like their daughter has scoliosis, and so it's just like weighing all like the reviews, the skill set, everything. So, but again, gotta start moving forward one way or another, and yeah, it's a lot to juggle. But what was the other? I'm trying to think of the other quote too. There's another good quote. It's like staying where you are is hard. Bettering yourself is hard. Choose your hard. So it's like, do you want to just keep getting better and better and better and having like more blessings in the future because you're working hard? Or do you want to wait for life to like keep throwing you those curveballs that you're constantly having to fight off of? And that's hard to keep defending yourself, but you're not going anywhere. So yeah, choose your hard. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. And very quickly, grateful for my husband, grateful for my kids, my family, my friends, God, roof over my head, the cars that we drive, overall good health, good mindset overall. You guys, appreciate you so much. And another day that I woke up because tomorrow's not promised. If you have not done so, please subscribe to this channel. Help support the journey. Help give feedback on like the things I've been talking about because it helps knowing what people actually want to listen to or actually want to know about. And again, I keep saying that too about more content. I keep meaning to add that to my list too of learning how to turn this into reels for social media and having like the little subtitles going with it. I'll figure that out too. So yeah, there's just a lot to juggle. But again, yeah, subscribe, support. Love you guys. Comment any creative ideas that you may have. Comment any questions you may have. Open book. Makes my heart happy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.